So, this is where it all started. This trend of remaking animated Disney classics into live action films. If you want to know who was responsible, you can throw your white roses painted red at the feet of Tim Burton for making an incredibly financially successful film.
I remember this movie being successful, but I forgot that it was the one that started all of it. And having kind of read about it after watching it, the last 10, 15 years of Disney remakes makes sense now because this movie, for whatever reason, was $1 billion movie.
Billions. Billion with a capital B. I would say I can't think of a more undeserved film to hold that title, but the previous year, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, I think, cracked a similar number.
Yeah.
This sucked. This was really bad.
It's not a good movie.
I had seen this before. I saw it in the theater back in 2010, and I think I remember kind of liking it at the time, but the more I thought about it over the years, I kind of soured on me. I couldn't really remember a whole lot of the content, but I just got the impression that probably wasn't as good as I remember. So this is the first time I was watching this since 2010, and yeah, this does not hold up at all. It's horrible. It's, I think, worse than the original one. I liked the original film. I appreciated it for the nightmare that it was. You absolutely despised it. So
Yeah,
what did you
no.
think?
Yeah, I hated the original movie. I don't think your read of it works just because it's a movie designed for children, and children aren't going to take away the message that you seem to get out of it. But, I mean, movies are all about what an individual gets out of it, so fine. This one, like, for as bad as it is, I gotta say I enjoyed it more than the original animated one. It's not as annoying and loud and stupid as the animated version. There are like a few things I actually kind of enjoy here and there. It's incredibly bizarre, and I think that this probably could have worked if Tim Burton got to actually direct it and make it one of his movies he would have made back in like the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, Tim Burton and Alice in Wonderland sounds like a match made in heaven. It sounds brilliant on paper 30 years ago
Yeah.
when he didn't have CGI to encumber him. This was visual vomit
Yeah.
after a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, it's people give Marvel a lot of crap these days, and a lot of big budget Hollywood movies a lot of crap for looking like actors just keyed into a green screen set and they're just kind of floating in place. That is like this entire movie.
Yeah, everything except for the beginning and end, which is the only thing in the movie that takes place on a practical set.
Yeah, and weirdly, it's like kind of the most visually interesting stuff in the movie.
It's also the best parts of the movie.
Yeah, as soon as we arrive in Neverland, it's just...
Wonderland.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah,
If
well,
you're thinking of a better movie.
yeah. As soon as we arrive in Wonderland, it's just watching a live action person kind of floating around awkwardly and badly photoshopped into a CG environment that looks half rendered
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah, this is one of the most glaring instances of a movie looking like a PS3 game.
Yeah, none of this reads as real. It's not fantastical enough.
Also, look at the promotional posters that they put out for this movie. Take note of the vibrant colors.
Yeah.
Those posters are lies.
Yeah, that was the first thing I was struck by, because the opening in reality has like a very muted but sort of colorful palette, and I was like, okay, they're going to do the Wizard of Oz trick where it's like black and white or sepia toned or just muted colors, and then Wonderland is where we get the punch in the face with color and vibrancy, and kind of the opposite happens. The movie turns into sludge. It's like just diarrhea smeared all over the screen.
Yeah, it's take these vibrant, colorful environments with these crazy designs, put it through the fecal filter,
Yeah,
and you get this.
Make them brown.
It's all brown and
Yeah.
gray and hideous. And the idea is that Wonderland has been laid to waste by the Red Queen in this, but you get flashbacks to Wonderland before the Red Queen's wrath, and it still looks like shit.
It hardly looks different.
So, first of all, the framing device of this is Alice. She went down the rabbit hole when she was a little kid, but now she's 19. Her father, who encouraged her to be eccentric, he's dead because
It's a Disney movie.
a Disney movie. You can't be a parent and survive a Disney movie.
No.
So now Alice is 19 and she's supposed to be wed to this dude that she doesn't want to marry. So she sees a rabbit, chases it down the hole. She finds herself back in Wonderland, and people are trying to basically recruit her into their revolution against the Red Queen.
There's like a prophecy that somebody is going to slay the Jabberwocky, this dragon creature, on the whatever day.
Yeah.
And Alice seems to not remember that she came here years ago.
She thinks it's all a dream.
Yeah, which, I mean, it was clearly established as being that, but here we decide to take the, oh no, it's actually a real thing. You can come and go whenever you like. It's a real place.
So, yeah, Alice is meandering around Wonderland. She gets shrunk down.
Yeah, they just follow the beats of the original.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody's trying to like make her remember that she's done this before.
Yeah, and it's another case of you get scenes from the original film, only they're overextended.
Mm-hmm.
And someone like you would think that movie was already pushing it with how long they lingered on scenes, but yeah, they really go long here. Like the scene where she has to drink the shrinking potion and then eat the grow cake, that takes a long ass time to get through it.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of her not remembering this place and them trying to get her to remember to be the Alice they need her to be. And I do like the central performance. I like the actress that's playing Alice. I think she does a pretty good job.
Yeah, I was going back and forth on her throughout the movie. I was wondering, is she playing this too flat or is she doing it just right? I'm not sure. I'd say I was mostly positive on her. They usually seem to do a pretty good job of casting these Disney princesses in live action. Then you get a train wreck of a performance by Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter.
It's really odd. There's moments where he gets to act, where he has like his backstory that's told for whatever reason. All these characters have to have backstories. So you get to see little flashes here and there of Johnny Depp the actor, but for the most part, it's him doing the Jack Sparrow shtick. It's him doing the
It's Willy Wonka filtered
shtick
through Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, it's just not fun to watch. The design is hideous.
And every now and then he goes into this weird Scottish accent for no reason, and it's so off-putting and distracting.
They can't decide if they want to make him Scottish or if they want him to just be like weird Johnny Depp character.
So on the list of weird Johnny Depp performances, this ranks way at the bottom, just above Mordecai.
I enjoyed this more than Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree because Gene Wilder versus Michael Jackson. No.
Well, I don't even think. I think you can take Gene Wilder out of the equation and just putting up Johnny Depp's performance.
Yeah, on its own, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's way worse than this. But also like one of the visual decisions is like a lot of the characters have enhancements or alterations made to them. So Johnny Depp's got his eyes like digitally enlarged.
Yes.
And like his like the irises and pupils are like weirdly kind of blurred, and one is bigger than the other.
Yeah. They're doing the old mouth of Sauron trick.
Yeah, he's got kind of a off kilter, demented appearance, which would be fun and work if it didn't look so fake all the time. Which is kind of just my major critique of the whole thing is like nothing looks real. I'm constantly focused on how insane everything and how badly rendered and how badly animated everything. Like the evil queen, the first time she shows up in the movie, it is so strange looking. She has a giant head that's clearly been like
enlarged 3 times.
Yeah, they just drew a line around her head and hit enlarge, and then
I actually think that's one of the effects that actually works better than most.
It does, but it's still like really weird looking. You can tell that they had to. There's a lot of like correction that has to occur to make it look and function properly. There's a lot of like feathering around the edges that you can tell it's just been photoshopped to hell and back.
And she has this big wide collar around her neck that they have to, to integrate that.
Well, I think part of that is designed to like kind of hide some of the stuff that they have to do. Like the neck would be a nightmare to have to figure out with this giant head. So we just put a big collar to hide that stuff.
Well, she looks like the T-Rex out of Jurassic Park when compared to the Knave of Hearts played by Crispin Glover.
Yeah, and then Crispin Glover is the other one. When he first appears, I didn't really notice anything, but then we get a close-up shot of his hands, like, grabbing something, and I was like, is there, like, a camera lens trick or something that's happening? Or, like, are his arms really long? What's going on here? And then later we get a full body shot of him, like, riding a horse or, standing next to somebody else. And yeah, his entire body is extremely elongated, and his head is badly pasted onto the character.
Yeah, just floating around on a CGI body. Imagine Slender Man dressed up as a knight.
Yeah,
and he has the head of Crispin Glover.
It doesn't help that his movements are so exaggerated and animated that having to track that head onto the body seems like almost impossible. And it just makes it look worse.
Possibly an even worse effect than that was Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
They're the worst effect in the movie.
They look right out of a video game, with Matt Lucas's face just kind of pasted on, but also CG'd over.
Nothing they ever do is funny.
No.
Like, I was never...
Well, it's Matt Lucas. Nothing he does is funny.
I was never offended by them. I was just like, why is this the design that we've settled on? Like, how did anybody look at this and say, yeah, that works, that's, approved?
It's a design right out of Tim Burton's brain. You gotta put some black and white stripes on someone.
Yeah, but just the integration of their real life faces onto this fake body and head.
This would have had so much more charm if it was in stop motion.
Yeah.
Let Tim Burton play like Beetlejuice style. Get some crazy sets and some stop motion characters. Make it a Tim Burton movie.
In hindsight, like, seeing how much money it ended up making, like, if they had inflated the budget a little bit and, like, focused more on practical sets and practical stunts and everything else.
Yeah, he had like $200 million to work with, I think, so he was not exactly working on a small budget.
Yeah, like, cut the CG budget down some, like, build some sets. Yeah, this might have been something.
And you notice we're spending a lot of time talking about the visuals is because there's really nothing to talk about in terms of the story, quote-unquote.
Yeah, there's no story. It's just kind of a recap of the first movie with her, like, slowly remembering what happened and who she is.
Yeah, it's just Alice being corralled from set piece to set piece to set piece until the big battle with the Jabberwocky.
Yeah, honestly, like, as stupid and silly as it is, the Jabberwocky battle is my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Just because I thought it was the only thing that came close to kind of nailing that fantasy vibe.
Mm.
And I like the idea of Alice being like this dragon-slaying warrior in Wonderland.
Fighting a dragon voiced by Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Helena Bonham Carter as the Red Queen?
I thought she was fine. I thought she was effective enough. I wasn't annoyed by her, which you might say is a failing on the movie's part because the character is supposed to be insanely overbearing and grating. I think she tried to make something out of the character, but it just nothing works in this, visual nightmare.
Yeah, I think she and Stephen Fry come out relatively unscathed. Stephen Fry voices the Cheshire Cat, and you can't go wrong with his voice.
Yeah, the cat's cool. I did like the cat here.
And I thought she did good. She took inspiration from her then very young daughter, who was like a toddler, so that's the way she chose to portray it, as a toddler, and it comes across that way because she's really petty and spoiled, and it shows. It's a good performance, just in service of nothing.
Her gimmick is that she likes everything to be big.
Yeah. She's got an enormous head, so she surrounds herself with people with enlarged features, but that turns out to be a fraud. They're all wearing prosthetic.
It's, again, just a really weird character choice. Music is fine, I guess. It's not up there with the classic Danny Elfman scores, but it's better than Autopilot Danny Elfman.
This isn't Batman Returns, which I think is the best score he ever wrote, but it's also not 50 Shades of Grey, which can any of you tell me what that sounded like?
No.
Another funny thing is that Anne Hathaway, she plays the White Queen.
Oh, God.
And she makes a very weird performance choice to have her arms constantly raised. You joked that it made it look like she was being held at gunpoint.
Yeah. She does. She's got her arms up like she's being like. There's constantly a stick up happening.
Yeah.
Just a kind of a fun, exaggerated. Oh, I'm the prissy like good queen of the land. So she walks around with her hands like really dainty and stuff like that. It's kind of fun, but again, it's like anything interesting that they do in the movie is marred by these hideous visuals.
Yeah. And still wonder this movie does not.
No, not at all. Again, the only time I kind of felt that was in the end with the battle. I also it felt like a Terry Gilliam movie in a lot of ways.
I would say that this feels like...
Bad Terry Gilliam?
Yeah, specifically Brothers Grimm and Dr. Parnassus, Terry Gilliam.
I liked this more than Brothers Grimm from memory, which is not a high bar, but...
I did think of that a couple times because I've said before that Terry Gilliam and Tim Burton, the worst thing to happen to them was CGI. That just tainted their movies after a point.
At the very least, Terry Gilliam would have done a lot of this practically.
Oh, yeah.
It probably would have looked terrible because he would have been working on a shoestring budget, but
yeah.
he would have gone for it, and it would have been at least interesting to look at, I'm sure.
So what is your final number grade on a scale of 1 to 10?
I didn't hate the movie like I hated the original. There were some ideas I liked. I thought it had a chance to be something, but again, it's just like Disney in a mountain of money ruins what Tim Burton is capable of. I like the main performance. I like the dragon battle.
Did you like Dumbo better than this? Tim Burton's Dumbo, or did you like this?
I feel like they're probably about the same. I don't know.
I think I prefer Dumbo, and that's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'd probably give this like a 4 or a 5. I don't think it's like egregiously bad. Yeah, I'll probably settle on a 4 just because there's no story, and the visuals are like some of the worst I've ever seen. I think in a big budget movie, and for the return that it made, like wow, people put up with a lot back then.
Yeah. Oh no, 1. No. I give this 1.
You're crazy.
This was not worth it.
It's not 1 out of 10 bad. It's not LaQuisha bad.
No, it's not. But LaQuisha is a 0.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, this was terrible. It was ugly. It was unfinished. It was unwritten. It's meandering. And unlike the original, which feels like a dream, like it operates on dream and nightmare logic, this just feels like a shitty Hollywood script. There's nothing otherworldly about this.
Yeah, it's not as imaginative as it could be. They kind of just like go through the motions, like, oh look, there's the rocking chair horse. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they should have come up with their own designs, like make it different, make it Tim Burton's Wonderland. Again, that's the whole problem with it. This is not a Tim Burton movie.
No.
It's a Disney movie with $200 million dressed up to look like a Tim Burton movie. But it's not.
Well, I guess that's it. I like the original better. You like this better. I think this sucks. I think the original's good.
Yeah, I mean, I would say don't watch either of them, but...
Watch the original. You'll never forget it.